Good morning, DP.
Welcome to episode 6 of our monthly magazine show, Beyond DP.
Where each month we bring you stories that highlight the people, places, and ideas shaping life at DP and in our surrounding community.
That's right. In today's episode, we'll take a look on how one barbershop isn't just a community, but a family, touching on a Christian moral and a family-run business.
Next, we'll explore how phones can help us keep relationships, but also change the way you take in the world around you.
Then we'll take a look on how one individual manages to keep a business on land and on water.
Turn into a love story with a successful and enjoyable business for the two.
We will dive in onto how AI can be used as a tool so we can keep using our own creativity.
Then we'll learn how Jose Gaspar, a very important part of Tampa's culture and history, even inspiring a sports team with his intriguing story. After, we'll see how no chair is never really empty, it's just waiting for the next person to fill it with their story.
Lastly, we'll see an STN convention promo put together with the theme of Show Don't Tell.
We'll have a lot to cover, so without further ado, I say we should get started.
I agree. I'm Camila Ronquieto.
And I'm Micah Barnhart.
We're going Beyond DP.
And it
starts now.
Barbershops have always been places where people gather, catch up, and connect with their community.
But one local shop is taking the idea even further, combining the haircuts with faith, fellowship, and a welcoming atmosphere.
Nestled in Ybor City on the corner of 15th and 21st Street lies a third-generation, locally owned and operated barbershop, rich with history, culture, and community.
My name is David Gonzalez Jr. I've been an owner since 1999 in Tampa. Third generation barber since 1916. So my grandfather's from Puerto Rico. He came to the United States and ended up in the Bronx, New York. Became a barber out there. He was actually my barber all the way till I was like 12 years old and he passed away. Then I didn't let nobody cut my hair. I went to the first barbershop and they butchered me. It wasn't what my grandfather gave me, so I went home and started cutting my hair, and that's how I became a barber. I can't let the torch go out on my clock, so my grandfather was a barber, my aunt, and now me and my sister. So we're third generation, and we're just trying to keep the torch lit.
I feel like it's in our genetics. Like, we were born to do hair and change lives one head at a time. We grew up fighting back to back, protecting each other. So if anything, I'm my brother's keeper and he's mine. So for me, I'm a grandmother. In real time, I get to see a piece of my legacy through my grandchildren. So we've already started with my brother's kids. His 3-year-old and his 4-year-old are already coming in here cutting each other's hair. So I already get to see the legacy blooming and in that fourth generation, starting to blossom.
Recognizing the deep family history this shop carries, David hopes to sustain the generational legacy into the shop by cultivating personal relationships with his clients in the neighborhood.
I'm in this for relationships, not just like a haircut. So I build a bond. I know how many kids they got and their last problems before I remember the weekly haircut they get.
This is a safe place for, others just to talk about whatever they have going on and see what's the next level to, just become a better person overall. What we like to do is we like to give back to the community. And it's a Christian barbershop too, so we like to push that out there into this community. So we try to keep everything safe. If we see something, we'll address it.
Like with a few words of wisdom, we could change somebody's life. We could disarm them before they go hurt somebody or hurt themselves. So I think it's more than a haircut. We talk to them and engage about real life situations. We're like mentors, we're psychiatrists, we're a lot. So it's just more than just cutting hair. It's being plugged in and using the village to raise up the community.
With the full century in the neighborhood, a community within itself, and a fourth generation already in training, who knows, maybe you'll be getting your haircut here in the future. But if you don't mind me, I'll get back to my own cut. For DPNews reporting, I'm Micah Barnhart with Tyler McCutcheon. It's clear that for many customers, it's more than just getting a haircut.
It's a place where people feel welcome, supported, and many of them leave looking sharper too.
Phones help us stay connected with friends, family, and just about everything else.
But sometimes they can pull us away from the people sitting right next to us.
Our team took a closer look at what happens when people choose to unplug, even if it's just for a moment.
It's easy to stay locked into our digital worlds, but out here in downtown Tampa, we're proving that when we come together and step beyond ourselves, we can create something beautiful.
I think forcing yourself to put your phone down is always really important. If you can just put that in a different room and get together with some friends.
You miss a lot when you're on your phone because you're so focused. Whereas standing here, you get to enjoy, see the ducks and the pelicans and the boats.
I like to say, hey, let's go play pickleball, let's take a walk, let's go take a hike in the woods, let's take a forest bath, something like that.
When one fish inspires a full seascape, we see that if we were stuck in our lanes, we'd stay contained. But by looking up and coming together, there's no limit to what we can do. Reporting for DP News, I'm Sabrina Borgia.
It's amazing how much more you notice when you're not staring at the screen.
And sometimes the best conversations happen when you simply look up.
From stepping away from technology to stepping out onto the water.
One woman found a creative way to serve her community while enjoying it by the beach.
She runs a refreshment boat that brings drinks and snacks directly to people on the water, while also managing a shop on land.
Talk about running a business that really floats.
Starting with just one kayak, this local business owner built more than just a company. She built a purpose. But behind the growth was a powerful personal challenge that changed everything. Here's how she learned to push against the current instead of letting it pull her under.
I really value doing things my own way. It's just a facet of my personality that I've had since I was a little kid. And I like making an impact on people. You know, fruit float, yes, it's coconuts and pineapples, but the joy that people get from seeing our boat and seeing that it's women-led, I think is really inspiring to young women, and that gives me so much push to continue to do what I'm doing.
Hannah doesn't only run an independent business, but also makes everyone around her feel like a part of the family.
She treats us all like family, so whatever is going on in her personal life, she takes it and applies it here, and she uses it as strength and as motivation to get everything else going. She does everything to make her family proud and to make us proud and to make herself proud, of course.
So I have overcome so much bureaucratic hardship in this process.
And she's not wrong. After hearing life-changing news, Hannah was motivated to seize the moment.
I found out that my mom was diagnosed with gallbladder cancer, which is an incredibly aggressive and fatal cancer. So it was a huge wake-up call for me. In life, we really have two choices. Either we do things out of courage and love, or we retreat and make decisions out of fear and out of escape. And it wasn't an option for me. I had no other choice. I was so just coming to terms with the fact that my mom could die. And that is such a wake-up call about how precious our family is and how precious life is, and never guarantee you to cry.
I know, it's okay, it's okay.
I have faced problem after problem after problem.
With these heartfelt words, Hannah persists, showing that you can overcome anything with the right mindset.
I eat challenges for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It makes me stronger.
She seriously takes it like she does not let anything slow her down. There's nothing that's gonna get in the way of this girl.
From navigating tough waters in her personal life to building a business from the ground up, she proves that even the strongest currents can't stop determination. Reporting for DP News, I'm Xenia Potter.
That's definitely one way to make waves with a business idea.
And it proves how sometimes the best ideas come from thinking outside the box, or in this case, outside the dock.
For some people, collecting is more than just a hobby. It's a passion.
One couple has spent years on an impressive collection of Hot Wheel cars.
And their love for those tiny vehicles has turned into something much bigger.
What started as a shared interest turned to a lifelong passion for this couple. For them, collecting wasn't just about the items, it's about the memories they've made and the time they spent side by side.
Well, the way I started, my wife was already doing secondhand thrifting and things like that. I retired from doing flooring for the last 40 plus years. And what better way to retire than selling off toys and childhood stuff?
Well, what keeps me motivated is I gotta pay the bills. But no, we enjoy it. I think we have the best jobs in the world because we're able to, do what we enjoy. I like the music. He's really into the Hot Wheels, and if you can't, do something you love, it's just gonna be boring.
Money drives the world. The smiles that I put on people's faces, just knowing that I can make a little kid happy. Those are the greatest things you can have.
For them, collecting is more than a hobby, it's something that's brought them closer over the years. For DP News, I've been Lucas Abugazala.
That collection is seriously impressive.
And it just proves that sometimes the smallest things can spark the biggest passions.
Technology is evolving faster than ever. Artificial intelligence is becoming a bigger part of everyday life.
But what does that mean for creativity? And how can we use AI as a tool without replacing our own ideas?
What a beautiful day in Tampa Bay. I'm excited to share this story with you.
You probably thought that was real, didn't you? But that video was completely AI generated from just a photo of me, and a robot was able to do my job with minimal effort. As we enter into this new age of artificial intelligence use, it begs the question, how can we maintain a clear line between using AI as a tool and preserving our personal creativity? Society has already blurred that line with technology. Scrolling through your phone makes you constantly question whether the media and art you see was made by a human or a robot. As an artist myself, I believe that original work and effort should be created by humans. But for better or for worse, society is using AI, and we need to learn how to adapt. While AI can offer helpful guidance and tutoring, it can also weaken creativity by replacing critical thinking. Studies show that 48% of teachers say their students' research has declined because of generative AI. We should view AI like a calculator, a tool that supports thinking skills we already have without replacing the ones we're still learning. AI should do our chores, not our thinking, to help give us more time for real creativity. Reporting for DP News, I'm Xenia Potter.
AI is definitely something we'll be hearing a lot more about in these upcoming years.
The challenge will be learning how to use it responsibly, while still letting human creativity lead the way.
Tampa Bay has a long, colorful history, one that includes pirates.
The legend of Jose Gaspar has become a major part of the region's culture, and even inspired the name of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
The Tampa Bay area has a long history of piracy, even inspiring the name for its very own football team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are named the Buccaneers for a reason. And you can't go down Bayshore, you can't go anywhere in the city without seeing pirate flags flying.
Long before parades filled the harbor, Tampa Bay's identity was shaped by the legendary pirate Jose Gaspar, a figure said to have sailed the Gulf in the 1700s.
Well, first of all, I will tell you that our pirates will tell you it's not a myth that he was a real pirate. There was the story of pirate Jose Gaspar, who was terrorized the Gulf Coast back in the early 1800s. And I think what it is it kind of gives Tampa and it gives the coast of Florida an identity. Who would have thought a pirate would be something that would that we would all be celebrating, and doing it because it paints the city of Tampa in a positive light.
Although historians question whether he ever existed, stories of his daring raids are woven into the city's history. Reporting for DP News, I'm Carlo Malik Anderson.
Whether the legend is fact, fiction, or somewhere in between, it's definitely left its mark on Tampa Bay.
Our next story takes a more reflective approach.
It explores the meaning behind something simple, an empty chair.
Because sometimes the chair isn't really empty, it's just waiting for someone to sit down and share their story.
Every weekend in Tampa Bay, before the crowds arrive and the aisles come alive, something powerful begins at the Oldsmar Flea Market. In the quiet before the rush, a new day and new stories take shape. But this flea market, like everything, is subject to change, and at some point, each of these chairs stood empty. To many, this seems like a symbol of loss. But to some, each of those empty chairs is an opportunity.
I was a vendor initially at MacDill Air Force Base, and there was a vendor there that had been a vendor for 20 years, and he was looking to sell his business. So I bought the business as a whole. The person I bought the business from, he's in his 80s now, and he still comes here. We still talk. We're still friends. As far as his legacy goes, his wisdom in selling and where to go and where to purchase things, that's, I believe, the legacy he left. As a vendor at a flea market, most of us, that's what we want to do we can be small business owners instead of being in the corporate world.
I used to sell Apple Computer for about 27 years. This was my mother and father's family business for many years. They had several of these trailers. So I just took this one and, just something to do on the weekends, But I also do it because it was my father's dream. And he's still with me. I see him every day. And he always likes to ask about how it's going. How'd you make any money today? What kind of problems you have? So in a way, I know he's living vicariously through me doing this. And, if I can facilitate that a little bit, why not? It's an added bonus.
Today, these chairs aren't just seats. They represent leadership, hard work, and responsibility. At the flea market, being in the chair means more than owning a booth. It means building relationships, knowing your regulars, and loving your work.
We help each other bring customers to us. We all are like a small little family.
But all of them shared one thing. They're sitting in the chair, taking responsibility for themselves and their business.
So this store has been in business for a little bit over 20 years. Currently, we are the largest bird store in Florida, the whole state of Florida. We are the third largest in the whole U.S. Right now, the gentleman that grooms the birds here, he's my brother-in-law. This is more than likely going to be something that is going to be in our family for many years to come. The thing about the legacy is, it's something that you want to continue to pass on to your kids. And the kids see that you have a passion for something, more than likely they'll follow into your footsteps. And what better thing than, owning birds and educating people about how to treat properly, birds and everything,
Unfortunately, when you get how it is, when you leave a job anytime, you oftentimes leave a lot of friends behind that, it's just unfortunate. But there's a girl who works here on the staff. I made a promise to her that if I hit $1 million on a lottery ticket, I'm going to give it to her. Other than that, I'll just work it till the wheels fall off of it or fall off of me, and then we'll go from there.
Eventually, every chair becomes open again, and today's generation will slowly step back. But they hope their legacy lives on. The empty chair is never truly empty. It's waiting.
A powerful reminder that even everyday objects can hold deeper meaning.
And that storytelling can turn something ordinary into something unforgettable.
All these stories are a part of the creativity that happened at the STN convention.
If you want to see what the experience is like, take a look at this video brought to us by DPNews students.
They say it's all about that moment. When you hear your name called, when the crowd roars, when you hold your trophy high because you know that you're the best. They say it's all about that moment. Well, they're lying. It's not about the fame, the glory, the cheers, or the plaques, the medals, the trophies. So then why? Why are we at STN? At STN, they train you, whether through heart-racing competitions or sessions with professionals. At STN, we meet people like us, sharing our same passions and goals. At STN, we become the storytellers we dreamed that we could be. So, no, it was never about that moment. It was about the storytelling, the connections, and the millions of moments that led us to it. Welcome to the future of storytelling.
STN is truly a place where young storytellers can learn, collaborate, and create.
And we were so excited and grateful to be a part of it.
Well, that's all for episode 6, season 3 of Beyond DP.
We hope you enjoyed stepping outside of the class with us.
And
thanks for watching.